What's going on, everybody? We got a couple of big projects that I believe are now dead in the water here in Las Vegas. Has a lot to do about the economy and with inflation rates and the cost of construction materials. And we have another project that's going to be coming to fruition, which I think will be, in the end, one of the biggest financial flops in the history of commercial real estate. But we'll talk about that in this video. If I miss a property that you want to actually have me cover, tell me in the comments below. I hope to see the comments. I do try to read the comments, even though you're not supposed to read the comments if you're a YouTuber, because the comments are the place where people go to take shots at you. But I'll try to read the comments. If you for sure want to see me cover something, head on over to our Patreon community. You can join up for as little as $5 a month, for as high as 5,000, but that'll probably never happen. And you can actually comment with me, text me, message me, get access to our 24/7 Discord chat server with people. You can also get partial videos in progress, like my big Las Vegas airport video that I'm finishing up soon. And you also get daily blogs and things that I can't talk about on YouTube here because of the content restrictions of YouTube. So click the link below, head on over to Patreon, and let us know what projects I should cover so you'll be sure I see them and I can cover them in a future video. So we're going to talk about the economy, and everybody knows the economy is doing just great. Nothing is happening. The banks aren't failing all around us. These things happen all the time. As Leslie Nielsen once said, nothing to see here. But the harsh reality of it is that the economy has eaten two projects for dinner in Vegas. We're going to talk about those projects right now. The first project many of you know about. It is the proposed casino by Tillman Fertitta. I can't say it right. I'm so sorry. I'm going to call him Mr. T for short from here on in. And Mr. T bought this 6-acre plus parcel of land on Las Vegas, right on the Strip last year, where the Hawaiian Marketplace was and the Travelodge was. And we actually covered that on a video, which 150,000 of you amazing people saw. So click the link up in the corner. There's a little eye somewhere, the all-seeing eye. You can go watch that video. It's a cool little documentary I did. Now, he purchased it for $270 million. With the sole intention of building the hotel and the casino that he always wanted to build. Now, Mr. T owns the Golden Nugget downtown in Vegas here on Fremont Street. He also owns, I believe, several casinos across the country. He already has a foothold on the Las Vegas Strip. He has the Rainforest Cafe, and he also has Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, because his company is all about restaurants and entertainment. And he has those right at Harmon Corner, right across the street from where this casino was supposed to go. But on March 9th, during a Nevada Gaming Commission a session where they would approve and give all these things out, like granting casino licenses, where they want to vet you to make sure that the project's going to be finished, for gosh sakes, a spokesperson for the company said the project is on hold and it may not happen in the future. So what happens next? I have no idea. And we're going to get to why these things are on hold. And the next one, which is actually partially built, is probably never going to happen in the next few years. It might be another Fontainebleau. We don't know because of its location. And so this is going to be a trend, I believe, going forward. Unfortunately, until the markets and investors and people that lend money get used to these interest rates being high as they are, and it will happen. The interest rates aren't as high as people think they are. They were higher in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, by the way, but that's neither here nor there when it comes to lending money in the modern day now. The second project coming up that is pretty much stalled and dead is, of course, the Dream Hotel. The Dream Hotel, the hotel without a casino, the hotel in the most perfect spot for hotels where business travelers could check in and check out and have a luxury experience. Quite literally right across the street from the Las Vegas sign, and literally a stone's throw away from the runway at McCarran. Oh, I dead named it. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. I knew I was going to dead name it. Harry Reid International Airport. By the way, in that video that's coming out, which I'll post a preview to Patreon tonight or tomorrow so people actually see it, I dead name it all the time. It's tragic. Harry Reid International Airport made concessions. The Clark County Aviation Administration made concessions and trade-offs just to have this hotel so darn close to the runways. It's right beside the Pinball Hall of Fame. And I told you all on a live stream last year when I saw the construction machines, the backhoes, the scoops, whatever you want to call them, I said, I don't think this is what you think it is. And let me explain. Back in the day, I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and it was actually normal for all across the Western United States and Canada for people who wanted to flip some land to steal some railroad ties, lay them down on the ground, and then say, this is where the train's coming, so you should buy this land that I don't even really own, but I'm going to flip it to you anyways. And there was no train coming. It was just a way to get money out of people. And this happens all the time. And I think this allegedly, possibly, maybe, just in my head, might have been what happened with the Dream Hotel, where they thought if they can dig some foundations and they can pour some concrete, they'll have no problem getting the rest of the tab picked up by somebody who will definitely see the vision, the dream, pun totally intended, and go with it from there. Unfortunately, it was announced within the last few weeks that the Dream Hotel is now trying to secure financing, and they will let us know when it's going to be rebooted. This is not the same as the Fontainebleau, which actually had financing, but then missed and defaulted on a loan payment to, I believe the bank was MBNA, which I don't even know if they're a bank anymore, back in the 2008 crisis. But this is just running out of money and trying to get some more in a bad market. And see, here's the major problem before we get to the biggest possible financial boondoggle that'll ever happen in Las Vegas. The main problem is it seems like a good idea when it's 2021, coming out of COVID, interest rates are super low, and it costs you nothing to borrow money, to buy $270 million of land on the Las Vegas Strip. But then the harsh reality sets in, because by the time you go through the closing on the property, it's not exactly a 30-day close like it is buying a home somewhere. By the time you actually get all of the ink signed and you get the construction materials ready and you're ready to purchase it, oopsie, the price of actually purchasing the materials has gone up by 2.5% interest loan that you wanted to take to now 6 or 7%. So your profit kind of gets lost in there, and you're looking at it going, well, the construction materials cost this much. How much is it going to cost in the future? And now you're not exactly looking forward to entering into building a $1 billion project when you don't know the price of structural steel or concrete going down the line if you need to buy extras. So I think that's part of it right there. The third one, well, this is just a ridiculousness boondoggle. This would be the MSG Sphere. Now, the MSG Sphere, which is behind the Venetian, is an old idea. This is not a COVID-era project, although it did continue building through the COVID era. But somehow, somewhere, they ended up costing more money to build the MSG Sphere than it cost to build Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant Stadium, with its 65,000 seats and state-of-the-art everything and huge footprint and huge amount of land, versus the MSG Sphere. And I don't know how that happened. And to make things worse on the MSG Sphere, and I will do a whole video on this project, so be sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys can get some more details, because I have some information on this that allegedly will blow your mind. It's allegedly going to take down a giant real estate company out of New York, allegedly, possibly. This is not actually a concert venue. Yes, they have U2, a band that hasn't been popular with a top 10 charting hit since 1999, I think it is. Yes, they have U2 opening it. We all saw that during the Super Bowl if you watched the commercials and weren't too drunk watching your team win or lose. But at the same time, I did the math on this thing, which I'll put in that future video, so be sure to subscribe. If I'm begging you to subscribe, I guess I'm begging you to subscribe. Oh, I hate this guy. He always begs us to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. You can see the math. In short, I'm not going to tell you the math, but it'll take a lot of years in order to make their money back, even if they sold that venue out, not day in, day out, every single day for years and years and years and years. And I don't think that U2 is going to save it. And the problem with that logistically is that you're not going to have the weekend come through and do a residency there without designing something for the inside. And artists aren't interested in that. They're interested in filling up stadium tours if they're Taylor Swift, or if they're, the Weeknd, or if they're Bruno Mars, they're interested in their deal with MGM so they can get paid money to be a spokesperson, not to go play at the MSG Sphere, which sounds like monosodium glutamate. I honestly think it does. So this thing has major problems. It's going to be a movie theater predominantly. I believe the director they brought in was the guy that did Requiem for a Dream. Not exactly a guy who is known like a Steven Spielberg to make popcorn movies, or a James Cameron. Although maybe Avatar 3 and 4 and 5 all the way through 10 could be there. I don't know, but I think that thing is facing some steep challenges. Maybe it pulls out a Vegas miracle. Maybe it becomes like, an attraction where Disney takes residency and does a bunch of big things. Maybe we have some HBO Game of Thrones tie-ins. There is an HBO thing happening on the Strip, so subscribe. I'll do a video on that as well. But those are some projects, and those are some problems with the economy. I don't think there's an easy fix for them. All I know is that people are still coming here, so there's a shot that these things can turn some money and profit around as long as they can get off the ground and actually be built. But you tell me if I missed anything. Head on over to Patreon if you want to support us there. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Let me know what you thought of the video quality of this. I'm shooting this on a very different lens, and hopefully I was in focus the whole time. I'd love to hear back from you guys. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe to this channel. Share this video. I love you, Caroline. Can't wait till you get home, honey. We got to say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and click. Click.